Not follow your leg back,
Okay.
her to move back while you stay still.
Okay.
Because ultimately what we're going to want to do is, there's 3 steps to it. One is statically, so I can say back, pull her back, pull her back, pull her back, until I say back and she moves back here beside me.
Okay.
Without you. Then I'm going to kind of move in place, or I'm going to put some movement in my body and do the same thing over again. So I'm going to kind of walk like this and say back and then move her back even though my feet keep moving.
Okay.
And then eventually I'm going to do it going forward. But our goal is that nothing in my body language changes, but she'll move herself back in relation to it. Okay. So as I start moving healing, I should be able to say back, and she'll move back, even though my body keeps
even though you're going
I'm
forward.
still going forward.
Okay.
I don't take a step back. Like a lot of times people teach the dog to back by stepping back.
Yeah.
And then the dog's really good at following your body back, but won't move if you don't move back, right? And that's what we're gunning for.
Back.
Yes.
Wait.
Perfect. Perfect. And you just do that, and you just do that repeatedly,
okay.
right? So the steps are going to be back, pull, back.
Back. Yes.
Good. Exactly. And what I try to do is, the quieter I can keep my body, the better. And she moves really nicely with the leash, so you're in good shape.
Okay.
For anybody else that hasn't taught the dog to move with leash pressure, that's an integral piece, right? You have to teach your dog to give to the leash and move with the leash, because most of our dogs will resist it. So at this stage, she's moving nicely. So I would get that, and then that's going to allow you to communicate to her when she's foraging and when she overshoots the stops, right? So what you're going to do is you'll stop, and she's going to overshoot, and you'll say no, back, and you'll move her back here. Okay. Good. You'll move again. You'll stop again. She overshoots. No, back, until you stop, and she stops herself.
So when you say no, that's when you're talking about your kind of the negative, the word like I use so okay. So I would say back. And when she gets in, would I say break?
I wouldn't reward her. I would. Well, it depends on where you are. Okay. Maybe the first couple of times I would reward her for fixing herself, and then after that she has to do it right the first time. Okay. So, and if I make her fix herself, I may say good girl, but not reward her, and then go forward again. The other thing for her is make sure that you reward with your left hand above her head on your left side for all your healing stuff, right? So when you're moving, and you don't have, and what I do is get my hand out of the way, like so. Basically, like however you're going to walk, like you're going to walk normally with your arms swinging, Schutzen style, right, or whatever.
Well, I I do AKC with her, I do Schutzen, so she does both. But when I started her out with this, yes, and I did it like that,
Good.
And so I can do it, and then
Yeah. So what the whole thing is, if you're going to do both, then be wary of the dog using their hand as a focal point. Okay. Right? So a lot of AKC trainers put their hand here as they walk, and the dog's using their hand as a focal point. Yeah. So then, if you go to drop your hand for your Schutzen dog, they start, where's my hand? I started her out with it being the shoulder and the chest as the focal point. So she's pretty decent on that for the most part. So then what I would do is pass the leash behind your back to your right hand. You're going to test your dexterity here, okay? So then go ahead and kneel. And if she gets forward, just use the leash to say back and keep her back next to your leg. And when she's good, go ahead and break and feed her right there. And don't feed her out in front of her, feed her